If you're over 45 and watching this video, I have some numbers that might surprise you. Right now, 462 million people worldwide are living with type 2 diabetes. That's nearly 500 million people. And here's what's really concerning. If you're between 50 and 69 years old, you have a 15% chance of having this condition. If you're over 70, that number jumps to 22%. But here's the good news I want you to hold on to as we go through this together. Type 2 diabetes is largely preventable, and if you already have it, it's absolutely manageable. I'm going to share everything you need to know to protect yourself and your loved ones from this silent threat. What exactly is type 2 diabetes? Let me start by explaining what's actually happening in your body when you have type 2 diabetes, because understanding this will help everything else make sense. Think of your body like a house with doors that need keys to open them. Insulin is like the key that opens the doors of your cells, so glucose, your body's main source of energy, can get inside. In type 2 diabetes, two things go wrong. First, your cells start ignoring the insulin key, like the locks are getting rusty. This is called insulin resistance. Second, over time, your pancreas gets tired of making so many extra keys and starts making fewer of them. The result? Glucose builds up in your bloodstream instead of getting into your cells where it belongs. Normal blood sugar should be between 70 and 99 when you haven't eaten. With diabetes, it consistently stays above 126. That excess sugar floating around in your blood is like having sticky syrup coating your blood vessels, organs, and nerves. And that's where the real problems begin. What makes type 2 diabetes particularly sneaky is that many people have it for years without knowing it. About 25% of people with diabetes don't even know they have it because the symptoms can be so mild at first, or they might blame them on getting older. Why age 45 is your wake-up call. Now, you might be wondering why I keep emphasizing age 45. It's not arbitrary. There's real science behind this number, and it should serve as your personal health wake-up call. The statistics are sobering but important for you to understand. While only about 4% of people under 50 have type 2 diabetes, the numbers climb dramatically after 45. By age 50 to 69, we're looking at 15% of the population. After 70, it's 22%. That's more than 1 in 5 people, but the numbers alone don't tell the whole story. What really matters is how diabetes affects your quality of life as you age. If you're over 45 and develop diabetes, you're facing some serious health challenges that go far beyond blood sugar numbers. Your risk of heart attack increases by 2 to 4 times compared to someone without diabetes. Remember our previous videos about heart disease and stroke? Well, diabetes dramatically amplifies those risks. You're also at much higher risk for vision problems that can lead to blindness, kidney disease that might require dialysis, and nerve damage that can result in amputations. Here's a statistic that really drives this home. People with diabetes live about 10 years less than those without it. But I don't want you to panic. I want you to get motivated because this is largely preventable. There's something else happening after 45 that makes diabetes particularly challenging. More than half of older adults with type 2 diabetes develop what's called sarcopenia. That's the medical term for muscle loss. This creates a vicious cycle. Less muscle means your body becomes even less efficient at using glucose, which makes your diabetes harder to control, which can lead to more complications. The silent progression, recognizing the warning signs. Let me walk you through how type 2 diabetes typically develops, because recognizing this progression could save your life or the life of someone you love. It often starts with what we call prediabetes. Your blood sugar is higher than normal, but not quite high enough for a diabetes diagnosis. This is your yellow warning light. Your body's way of saying, pay attention, something's changing. The early signs are often subtle. You might find yourself more tired than usual, especially after meals. You might be getting up more often at night to urinate, or feeling thirsty more frequently. Some people notice that cuts and bruises take longer to heal, or they're getting more infections than usual. Many people dismiss these symptoms as normal aging, but they're not. They're your body's early warning system telling you that something needs attention. Women over 45 should be particularly alert if they had gestational diabetes during pregnancy, even if that was decades ago. That history significantly increases your risk of developing type 2 diabetes later in life. The challenge is that by the time obvious symptoms appear, the disease process has often been going on for years. That's why screening becomes so important after 45, especially if you have risk factors like being overweight, having high blood pressure, which we've covered in previous videos, or having family members with diabetes. Prevention, your most powerful tool. Here's where I want to shift from the scary statistics to the empowering truth. Type 2 diabetes is largely preventable, and the steps to prevent it are the same ones that will improve your overall health and add years to your life. The World Health Organization has identified 4 key strategies that can dramatically reduce your risk, and I want to walk through each one with practical steps you can take starting today. Weight management, your number one defense. Maintaining a healthy weight is absolutely crucial. Obesity is the single most important risk factor for type 2 diabetes across all age groups. But here's what I want you to understand. You don't need to achieve some unrealistic weight to make a difference. Even losing 5 to 10% of your current body weight can significantly improve your insulin sensitivity and reduce your risk. If you weigh 200 pounds, losing just 10 to 20 pounds can make a real difference. The key is sustainable weight loss through gradual changes, not crash diets that you can't maintain. Physical activity, medicine. You don't need a prescription for. Regular physical activity is like medicine for diabetes prevention. It works by increasing blood flow to your muscles and making your cells more sensitive to insulin. The beautiful thing about exercise for diabetes prevention is that you don't need to become a marathon runner. Even modest increases in activity provide substantial benefits. A 30-minute walk after dinner can improve how your body handles the glucose from that meal. Resistance training twice a week can help maintain and build muscle mass, which is particularly important as we age because muscle tissue is very efficient at using glucose. The key is consistency rather than intensity. Find activities you enjoy: dancing, gardening, swimming, or even vigorous housework counts. The goal is to move more than you currently do and make it a regular part of your routine. dietary strategies that actually work. When it comes to diet for diabetes prevention, I want to give you practical advice that you can actually follow. Forget complicated diets with long lists of forbidden foods. Instead, focus on patterns that promote stable blood sugar. Increase your intake of fruits and vegetables. They're packed with fiber that helps slow glucose absorption. Choose whole grains over refined ones when possible. Include lean proteins with your meals to help you feel satisfied and maintain stable blood sugar. Here's something interesting from the research. People who regularly eat yogurt have about a 25% lower risk of developing type 2 diabetes. It doesn't have to be fancy or expensive. Even regular low-fat yogurt provides benefits. Limit sugary drinks and foods high in refined sugars. These cause rapid spikes in blood glucose that put stress on your insulin system over time. Tobacco, the risk factor. You can eliminate today. If you smoke, quitting is one of the most powerful things you can do for diabetes prevention and your overall health. Smoking increases insulin resistance and doubles your risk of developing type 2 diabetes. The good news is that your risk starts decreasing as soon as you quit. Treatment options when prevention isn't enough. Now, if you're watching this and you've already been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, or if prevention strategies don't work and you develop it in the future, I want you to know that effective treatment options are available. Managing diabetes today is very different from even 10 years ago. Lifestyle is medicine. Even after diagnosis, lifestyle interventions remain the foundation of good diabetes care. In fact, for many people diagnosed early, lifestyle changes alone can be enough to control their blood sugar and avoid or delay the need for medications. This means the same strategies we talked about for prevention, weight management, regular physical activity, and healthy eating become even more important. The difference is that now you'll be working with your healthcare team to monitor your progress more closely and make adjustments as needed. Medication options. When lifestyle changes aren't enough to control blood sugar, medications become necessary. The good news is that we have many more options today than we used to, and they can be tailored to your specific situation. Most people start with oral medications that work in different ways. Some help your body use insulin more effectively, others help your pancreas make more insulin, and some slow down glucose absorption from your intestines. Insulin therapy isn't necessarily a sign that you've failed at managing your diabetes. Sometimes it's simply the most effective tool for achieving good blood sugar control, especially as the disease progresses or during times of illness or stress. Technology as your ally. One of the most exciting developments in diabetes care is how technology is making management easier and more effective. Continuous glucose monitors can track your blood sugar throughout the day and night, giving you and your doctor much better information about how your body responds to different foods, activities, and medications. Smartphone apps can help you track your blood sugar, medications, food intake, and physical activity all in one place. Some can even send reminders and share information directly with your healthcare team. The importance of comprehensive care. Managing diabetes isn't just about blood sugar numbers. Because diabetes affects so many body systems, good care includes regular screening for complications. This means annual eye exams to check for diabetic retinopathy, regular kidney function tests, foot examinations to prevent problems that could lead to amputations, and ongoing cardiovascular risk assessment. Working with a healthcare team that might include your primary care doctor, an endocrinologist, a dietitian, and other specialists ensures that all aspects of your health are being addressed. Living well with diabetes. After 45, I want to address something important here. Being diagnosed with diabetes after 45 doesn't mean your best years are behind you. With proper management, people with diabetes can live long, healthy, active lives. The key is taking an active role in your care. This means learning about your condition, working closely with your healthcare team, monitoring your blood sugar regularly, taking medications as prescribed, and maintaining the lifestyle habits that support good health. It also means being realistic about the challenges. Managing diabetes requires daily attention and decision-making. Some days will be easier than others, but with the right tools and support, it becomes part of your routine rather than something that dominates your life. Many people find that being diagnosed with diabetes actually motivates them to take better care of their overall health. They eat better, exercise more regularly, and pay closer attention to their bodies than they ever did before. In some ways, diabetes can be a wake-up call that leads to better health habits across the board. Building your support network. Don't try to manage diabetes alone. In addition to your healthcare team, connect with family and friends who can support your lifestyle changes. Consider joining a diabetes support group, either in person or online, where you can share experiences and learn from others who understand what you're going through. Many communities have diabetes education programs that can teach you practical skills for managing your condition. These programs are often covered by insurance and can be incredibly valuable. Taking action, your next steps. So, what should you do with all this information? Let me give you some specific action steps based on where you are right now. If you don't have diabetes. First, know your risk. If you're over 45, overweight, have high blood pressure, or have family members with diabetes, you should be screened regularly. A simple blood test can detect diabetes or prediabetes. Start implementing prevention strategies now, even if they seem small. Take a 10-minute walk after dinner. Choose water instead of sugary drinks. Add an extra serving of vegetables to your meals. Small changes compound over time. If you have prediabetes, this is your opportunity to prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. The lifestyle changes we discussed can reduce your risk by up to 58%. Work with your healthcare provider to develop a specific plan for weight loss, physical activity, and dietary changes. Consider participating in a diabetes prevention program if one is available in your community. These structured programs have been proven effective at helping people with prediabetes avoid developing type 2 diabetes. If you already have diabetes, focus on achieving good blood sugar control through the combination of lifestyle management and medications as prescribed by your healthcare team. Set realistic goals and celebrate small victories along the way. Stay up to date with your screening appointments for complications. Early detection and treatment of diabetic complications can prevent serious problems down the road. Keep learning about your condition. The more you understand about diabetes and how it affects your body, the better equipped you'll be to manage it effectively. Type 2 diabetes is undoubtedly one of the most serious health challenges facing people over 45 today. The statistics are sobering. 22% of people over 70 have this condition, and it significantly increases the risk of heart disease, stroke, and other complications we've discussed in previous videos. But here's what I want you to remember most from this video. You have more control over this than you might think. Type 2 diabetes is largely preventable through lifestyle choices that are within your reach. And if you already have it, it's manageable with the right approach and support. The key is not to wait. Whether you're 45, 55, 65, or beyond, today is the day to start taking steps to protect your health. Small, consistent changes in how you eat, how much you move, and how you take care of yourself can have profound effects on your risk of developing diabetes and your overall quality of life. Don't let the fear of diabetes paralyze you. Let the knowledge empower you to take action. Your future self will thank you for the steps you take today. If this video has been helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might benefit from this information. Subscribe to our channel for more content about managing health conditions that become more common as we age. In the comments below, let me know what questions you have about diabetes prevention or management. I read every comment and use your questions to guide future videos. Remember, knowledge is power, but only when you act on it. Take that first step today, whether it's scheduling a screening with your doctor, taking a walk around the block, or making one small change to your diet. Your health is worth the effort. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video where we'll continue our journey toward better health together.